Okay, so we're creating the Punchout site, and so far we've been able to set it up so that when a buyer clicks on me as a supplier, then I take them to a site and they get a unique shopping cart. They get a unique ID for their shopping cart. And what we really should do is save this in a database somewhere persistent. I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm not ready for a database, so I'm going to start with just something in internal memory. So what I want in my server is to have a list of shopping carts so I can deal with lots of users at the same time. Okay, so I'm going to have just an in-memory thing. As I say, this should be done with database. I'm just going to have a dictionary, and I'm going to call it carts. So carts is a dictionary, and every time a user comes by, I'm going to create an entry in that carts in the carts structure. So where does a user come in? A user comes in here. They get the shopping cart ID. So with that shopping cart ID, what I'm going to do is add that to carts. So I'm going to say carts square bracket shopping cart ID equals, and this will be a new object, and that object will have username. So actually I won't go username. I'm going to see what sorts of things I've got. So I want something to identify the user. So the information I get from the user comes from the punch-out request. Can you see here's the punch-out setup request, and this gives me a whole bunch of details about users: first name, last name, unique name, user email, user. And I'm looking for a unique field here, so to identify users. So punch-out request. There's a whole bunch of things I could do. I could pick up the buyer cookie. I like this username here. I could pick that out. I think I will go with user. Okay, so I'm going to want my shopping cart to have all of those details in it. So I won't go for username. I'll pick one of these fields here. I'm going to call it user with a capital U. And let me give that a fake value for the moment. Okay, and so my shopping cart creates that, the list of products that they've got. So the things that are in the shopping cart. Product list is going to start out empty, and we'll put stuff in it when we first start. So this is the landing site for the shop. So the landing site for the shop is that. It's going to put the user in, fake user, and the product list. Your cart is that. Let's put some more things in. So I've created a user, and that's good. Actually, no, I've done this at the wrong stage. I want that to happen, not here. I want that to happen when I set it up. So that's the unique cart. So this is where I create the carts. Sorry. So the setup request, that's not the SCID, that's the cart ID. Cart ID. Okay, so I've got a cart ID. That's user is fake, and the product list will be empty. That's much better. Okay, so when the setup response happens, that's when I remember the user. Okay, so user is fake. I want to try and pick out this value here from this value Alice. Okay, and yeah, so that's fine. User ID is fake, and let's show the cart. So because the cart got set up there, when it visits here, we should be able to pick up the value of cart's ID. Your cart is, and we're going to format. So this should be carts of shopping cart ID. Okay, so the value that I specified there should come through in here, and I should be able to see what's in their cart when they pick it up. Let's try and save that and see if that works. Okay, so we'll go back and click on this. Okay, it says internal server error. Oh, these internal server errors are so annoying. I've made a mistake somewhere and I've got too much code, I can't see what's going on. So let's quit that and run it from Python directly. So Python server, well that seemed to work. So what's the problem? Internal server error, either servers or there's a problem with my application. Okay, so this was the site that I visited with a put request. Let's visit that address. Method is not allowed because I'm not allowed to get. Just for debugging then, I will allow a get request as well. Let's reload. Internal server error. That is annoying. I've got an internal server error. I don't know what the error is, and I need to debug. All right, there's some things we can do here. Okay, I've got the system set up so that error log will get created. So I'm going to touch error.log, and I'm going to change that. Change the permissions. It's not change own. How do you do it? Change mod. Change mod. Geo plus write to error log. Let's visit again. Reload. And ls-l. And you see the error log file now has got some things in it. So the server has been set up so that if this file exists and it's allowed to write to it, I get details of the error. So vi error log. Okay, an exception got called. What's the problem? User fake prod list. Can you see that prod list there? That should have been in quotes. Yep, didn't know what prod list was. Okay, let's vi server, and this is the error here. I'm used to using JavaScript, and in JavaScript you don't have to put quotes there, but in Python you do. Let's write that and let's reload. That's more like it. Okay, so we'll go back, click on this, and that's my shopping cart. So that's user fake. Okay, it's not user fake, I want to get the details from the user. So instead of doing fake, I want to read the XML. So this is the XML that I get in. I need to read that XML and try and pick out that username there, Alice. And we'll do that in the next video.